Nigerian music industry did not begin with Afrobeats. Long before streaming platforms, viral dances and sold-out stadiums, there were legends whose voices echoed through village squares, beer parlors, wedding ceremonies and radio stations across Africa. These men and women turned pain into poetry, culture into rhyme, and ordinary story into timeless music. Some died suddenly at the peak of fame. Some battled hardship behind the scene. Others are still alive watching a new generation rediscover their music decades later. From the unforgettable guitar mastery of Oliver the Coque to the storytelling genius of Mike Ejeagha and the powerful Egedege dance queen, Queen Theresa Onuorah. This legend shaped Igbo Highlife into one of Africa's greatest musical treasures. But many young Nigerians today barely know their stories. So, in this video, we will uncover the lives, struggles, success, and legacies of 10 legendary Igbo Highlife musicians who changed African music forever. Stay till the end. Chief Stephen Osita Osadebe was one of the greatest highlife musicians Nigeria ever produced. Born in Atani, Anambra State in 1936, Osadebe became famous for his smooth voice, philosophical lyrics and incredibly long songs that could last more than 20 minutes without losing listeners' attention. He began his musical journey with the famous Nigerian broadcasting service orchestra before eventually forming his own band called the Nigerian Soundmakers. Over the years, he released classic albums including Osundi Owindi, one of the most iconic highlife songs in the Nigerian history. The phrase became a cultural proverb meaning one man's food is another man's poison. Osadebe's music focused heavily on wisdom, unity, morality, and everyday human struggles. His unique ability to mix deep Igbo proverbs with relaxing melodies made him beloved across generations. Sadly, the legendary musician died on May 11, 2007, in the United States at the age of 71 after battling illness. But nearly 2 decades later, his music still plays at weddings, traditional ceremonies and celebrations across Nigeria. His legacy remains immortal in Africa's highlife history. Oliver the Coque was not just a musician, he was a guitar magician. Born Oliver Sunday Akanite in 1947 in Ezinifit, Anambra State, he became one of Africa's most respected guitarists and performers. Inspired by the Congolese style of guitar playing, Oliver created a unique fusion of Igbo highlife Congolese rumba and traditional rhymes. His stage performances were energetic, colorful, and unforgettable. He led the famous band Oliver the Coque and his Expo 76 Ogene Sound Super of Africa. Throughout his career, he recorded hundreds of songs and more than 70 albums. Hits like People's Club, Identity, and Biri Kambiri became household anthem across Nigeria. Oliver the Coque was honored with the national title of Member of the Order of the Niger, proving how influential his music became nationally. Sadly, the music icon died on June 20, 2008 at the age of 61 after suffering heart-related complications. Even after death, his music continued to influence modern highlife and contemporary Nigerian musicians. Mike Ejeagha is widely respected as one of the greatest storytellers in Nigerian music history. Born in Enugu State in 1930, Ejeagha became famous for turning traditional Igbo folk tales into music. Unlike many musicians of his era, Mike Ejeagha focused more on teaching morals and preserving Igbo culture than chasing fame or flashy performances. His songs often contain proverbs, folk wisdom, and lessons about honesty, greed, patience, and human behaviors. One of his most famous songs, Ka Esile Onye Isi Ọcha, became popular again decades later among younger Nigerians through social media trends and cultural revival projects. His contribution to preserving Igbo oral tradition is numerous. Many historians believe his music helped document cultural wisdom that could have been lost forever. Mike Ejeagha died on 6th of June 2005, though reports over recent years suggest he has faced age-related health challenges. Despite this, he remains a highly respected elder statesman of Nigerian music. His legacy goes far beyond entertainment. He preserved history through sound. Morocco Maduka was one of the most energetic entertainers in Igbo highlife music. Known for his humorous style, lively stage presence and strong traditional influence, Morocco became a fan favorite across eastern Nigeria. He blended highlife with Ogene cultural rhymes, creating music that appealed strongly to local audiences. His song often celebrated culture, community love, love and social behavior, unlike some musicians who focus heavily on philosophical themes. Morocco Maduka music carried a joyful and entertaining spirit that made people dance instantly. For many years, he remained active in live performances, weddings, and cultural festivals. His contribution helped preserve indigenous sounds during period when foreign music style heavily influenced Nigeria. Reports indicate that Morocco Maduka passed away years ago, though details surrounding his death were less internationally publicized compared to some other highlife legends. Nevertheless, among dedicated lovers of Igbo highlife, his music remained respected as part of the golden era of Eastern Nigerian entertainment. Bright Chimezie is one of the few legendary Igbo highlife musicians still alive and active today. Born in Abia State in 1960, he became famous for creating the unique Zigima sound. Bright Chimezie combined highlife, traditional Igbo rhymes, dance, comedy and social commentary into a completely original musical sound. His songs were entertaining but also educational, often criticizing bad behavior and encouraging discipline. Tracks like Because of English, Respect Africa and Oyibo Mentality became massive hits because they addressed African identity and post-colonial mentality in humorous ways. His colorful dance style, energetic performances and symbolic fashion made him unforgettable during the 1980s and 1990s. Many modern Nigerian artists have openly acknowledged his influence on African pop culture and performance style. Even today, Bright Chimezie continues appearing at events and remains celebrated as one of the surviving pillars of Igbo highlife music. Ali Chukwuma was one of the respected voices of old school Igbo highlife, whose music focused strongly on love, tradition, and everyday social experiences. Popularly known for songs that resonated deeply with Eastern Nigerian audiences, Ali built a loyal fan base through emotional, rich storytelling and relatable lyrics. His music often celebrated family values, relationship, and cultural pride. During the golden era of highlife, his records circulated widely across southeastern Nigeria and among Igbo communities abroad. Though not always as internationally recognized as Osadebe or Oliver the Coque, Ali earned a numerous respect among hardcore highlife fans for maintaining authentic indigenous sounds. Reports over the years suggest that the musician has passed away, though detailed public documentation about his death remained limited. Despite this, his song continued to survive through old record, local radio stations, and devoted highlife collectors who still appreciate the beauty of his music. Prince Chijioke Mbanefo became known within the Igbo highlife scene for his culturally rooted music and strong traditional influence. His song reflected community values, celebration, social advices, and respect for Igbo heritage. During a time when Nigerian music was evolving rapidly, Mbanefo remained committed to preserving indigenous sound and language through highlife. He performed extensively at cultural ceremonies, festivals and traditional events where audiences appreciated authentic Igbo instrumentation and storytelling. Although he may not have achieved the same mainstream national fame as some larger high-life icons, his role in sustaining the originality at grassroots level remains important. Information about his personal life and later years remain relatively scarce in mainstream media documentation, which is common for many older traditional musicians whose contributions were not fully documented during their lifetime. Still, among lovers of classic Eastern Nigerian music, Prince Chijioke remain remembered as part of the generation that keeps Igbo highlife alive. Queen Theresa Onuorah is widely celebrated as the queen of Egedege music, a traditional Igbo musical style deeply connected to culture, dance and spirituality. Born in Anambra State, Theresa Onuorah rose to fame through her powerful voice, energetic performances and mastery of traditional Igbo instruments and rhymes. Her music became especially popular among women and traditional cultural groups. Songs like Egedege helped preserve indigenous dance tradition at a time when Western musical influence was growing rapidly in Nigeria. Beyond entertainment, Theresa Onuorah became a symbol of female cultural pride in southeastern Nigeria. Her performances are often filled with rich traditional attires, symbolic dance movements, and cultural storytelling. Unlike many legends discussed in this video, Queen Theresa Onuorah is still alive and continues to receive recognition for her numerous contributions to Igbo traditional music. Her influence can now be seen in younger Nigerian artists embracing indigenous sounds and cultural identity proudly. Celestine was one of the deepest philosophical musicians Nigeria ever produced. Born in Enugu State in 1940, he became famous for emotional songs filled with wisdom, spirituality, and reflection on human existence. Leading his band known as the Philosophers National, Celestine created timeless classics like Money Palava, Ije Enu, and Ijede. His calm delivery and poetic songwriting made him unique among high-life musicians. Many fans admire how his songs address morality, destiny, death, greed, and life's temporary nature. Ironically, some listeners later believe his music almost predicted his own tragic end. On November 7, 1977, Celestia died in a terrible road accident near Enugu at only 37 years old. His sudden death devastated Nigeria's music industry because many believe he still had decades of greatness ahead of him. Even today, younger generations continue discovering his music and realizing how powerful and intelligent his songwriting truly was. Dr. Sawario, whose real name was Chrysogonus Ezeburu Obina, became famous as the leader of the Oriental Brothers International Band, one of the most successful high-life groups in Nigerian history. Born in Imo State in 1949, Dr. Sawario rose to prominence during the 1970s and 1980s when high-life music dominated southeastern Nigeria. His powerful voice, emotional delivery, and deeply traditional lyrics made him stand out. Songs like Ihe Chinyere Anyị, Akwa Uwa, and Ube Nwanne Ya connected deeply with ordinary Nigerians because they spoke about destiny, suffering, brotherhood, and survival after the Nigerian Civil War. The Oriental Brothers became legendary for blending modern instruments with traditional Igbo songs and philosophies. Unfortunately, Dr. Sawario died suddenly on June 2, 1999, reportedly after a brief illness. His death shocked fans across the country because many still considered him musically active at the time. Today, he remains one of the most respected voices in Igbo highlife history. These legends did more than create music. They preserved history, protected culture, and gave the Igbo people a voice that still echoes across generations. Now, tell us in the comments which Igbo highlife legend is your favorite and which of their songs still gives you goosebumps today. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.